All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. We have a big show for you tonight. If you are over on Instagram, now would be a great time to, turn on the lights. Get my lights going. There we go. Much better. Now would be a great time to pop on over to either YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all of those great places to watch. The Instagram feed is just a little squished. I think it's only about this much. There is more to the bar. So if you do want to pop on over, say hello, say hi to Kyle. Kyle is not only my bar back, he's also my moderator. So a lot going on with that Kyle. Let's see. Yeah, Krista Norris has been happy all day. That's great. It's great. Well, we're about to have a happy hour over here. We're about to have a few drinks. I do see a couple people over on Facebook. Welcome to Facebook. I do see my one weirdo who I love over on Twitch. I don't know who you are, but that's awesome. Great. Thank you to my Twitch person. Paul Bellinardo giving us a big old yellow. I know it is a big day for Paul tomorrow. I have a few Geminis in my life that we will be celebrating tonight. Happy birthday tomorrow, Paul. Kyle Tender is ready for y'all. So that's great for Kyle. He's ready for y'all. I feel like I just adjusted the bar and now my head pokes out over the top. Not great. And that's what happens though. The lights I think look nice. New lights. Looks a little like a fish tank. We are going to be making some cocktails tonight like we do every single time that we do this. We're going to be making 3 of them. Now, I wanted to find new, and I'm always trying to find new and interesting ways to make 3 cocktails seem impressive. I think I've done it. We'll see. Today we are going to be using things from... Oh, good. We're going to be using things from my garden. We have a garden out here. I don't know if people that have been following the Kush Tender saga used to be doing this in a much, much smaller room. I now have it's not big, but it's slightly larger, and I have a backyard. So I'm able to grow my own materials now. Kyle certainly helps out with that. My wife Jen helps out with that a lot, which is all, listen, it's all good. I hardly do anything. I know how to work the sprinkler system is basically what I do. So I set that to go. Everything gets watered 3 times a week. But we'll be using 3 things from my garden to make some cocktails today. So why don't we jump in? We got nowhere to be. Unless anybody has any questions. Paul thinks that the camera picture looks terrific. It's great. Kyle is complaining he's been cultivating all day. Deidre throwing a quick happy birthday to Paul. And Sykes R. Mitchell, my Uncle Sykes, who runs a company called Sweetgrass. It's actually one of our sponsors. And as long as he sends us stuff, well, listen, we will sponsor you for the rest of your life, pal. This is, if you guys want to check out Sweetgrass, it is spectacular. It's a CBD product, and I did not know that I was into CBD. Turns out I am. Turns out I'm very into CBD. So that's... yeah, there we go. Apostle Tiki, always a big Kyle stan. What doesn't Kyle help with? There's a whole love affair going on between the Apostle and Kyle. A lot of God bless you, Kyle. God bless you. Look at all this stuff. Look at these 2 just going back and forth. Just 2 patooties. Just loving each other. We're going to be starting off with a great twist on a classic. There is a great cocktail called, for those of you who don't know, called the Bobby Burns. It is in the Manhattan family. It is sort of even a little closer to a Rob Roy, named after a wonderful Scottish poet named Bobby Burns, Robert Burns. But in my garden currently, I'm growing one of my very favorite side dishes. They just grow out of the ground. I don't have to buy them anymore. They're called Shishito Peppers. Now, for those of you who don't know what Shishito Peppers are, they are a Russian roulette of pepper. Will they be hot? Will they be not? They are small little peppers. You blister them. You blister them in some oil, and you have yourself, you got yourself a stew at that point. I decided that since Shishitos are such a grab bag that I could not infuse the peppers into one large container because there's no doubt about there's no doubt about it, some of those peppers would be hot. So the entire thing would be hot. So instead, my day job, this is actually just an extension of my day job. I teach corporate bartending classes and sometimes whiskey tastings. So when I do, they will often send me these little guys to taste. Now, this is Suntory Toki. I do have the full bottle right here. These are just like the little babies. It is a Japanese whiskey. It is a fairly low age, probably about 2 years, and a lot of it tastes a lot like apple to me. So what I've done is I've taken all of these, and I have put 1 shishito pepper into each of them, and I let them sit. This is about 2 days. Now, peppers, for those of you who have never infused peppers before, peppers infuse pretty quickly. You probably give it about 3 hours, and you have an infused pepper. So now what I have 4 of these. Now, the way that these peppers work, there's a good chance that one of them will be spicy. So if you guys do want to guess, we will call, let's name all these. We will call this one number 1, this one number 2, this one number 3, and this one number 4. If you guys have an opinion on which one I should make this out of, you let me know while I explain exactly what we're doing with this. This cocktail, since we are taking out the Scotch whiskey that normally goes into a Bobby Burns, we are taking that out and we are putting in a Japanese whiskey. So I wanted to find a contemporary of Robert Burns that was Japanese, and I did. His name is Yosabu-san. So this is named after a Japanese poet named Yosabu-san. If any of you are familiar with what he's up to, that is great. That is great. I do have 1 vote for 3 over here. That's my dad. My dad seems to think that he has. Oh, we got a 2 in there. So 2 and 3 are the 2. Well, Paul's a birthday boy, so his counts as 2. So we got 3 for 2, 1 for 3. Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else? Otherwise, we're going to go with number 2 right here. Yeah, Kyle Tender says that was his vote, but Kyle didn't vote, so there we go. Doesn't matter. Cynthia Black saying, hey there. Cynthia, do you have a thing? I think right now we're going with number 2. Yeah, there we go. The 2s are coming through. 2 is what it seems to be. This is the pick that we have today. This is Suntory Toki. There's Kiana. I have not seen Kiana, I don't think, for a while. If I have, I've been missing your text. It's good to see you. Kyle voted on Instagram. If you are over on Instagram, please pop on over right now to YouTube, to Facebook, or to Twitch. This is the best way to do it. We're going to be making a Yosabu-san. This is going to be hopefully not the spiciest cocktail of all time, since I've been letting these sit for so very long. Let's start off with what we need. We are going to do 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth, 3/4 of an ounce of dry vermouth. Luckily, I have both of those back here. This is my dry vermouth. I'll just be using the Dolan today. Just, price. Helpful on the price. Let's grab this over here. We are going to be stirring this cocktail. We don't stir enough in these classes, I don't feel. Most of my cocktails that I enjoy are not stirred cocktails for whatever reason. Next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be a much more expensive version of this. So this is going to be a sweet vermouth. This is Carpano Antiqua. If you have not yet had Carpano Antiqua, you are missing out. This stuff is spectacular. It is under the Infinitum group. The same guys that bring you something called Fernet Branca, who dubbed me a very good bartender at one point in my life. I've been a little rusty since I get to do this much slower. I don't know if I could actually get behind a bar and be fast again. I don't know if I could even pour a drink without talking for forever and checking to see what everybody's saying. Like Mix! Hi, Mix. How are you, buddy? There we go. So we have our sweet and our dry base. We need something that's going to round out that sweet and dry base. So we're going to find a bitter element or a flavoring element that has some sweetness, some dryness, and that is going to be called Benedictine. Now, this stuff is awesome. To explain to you exactly what Benedictine tastes like would be tough. It would be tough. It does have a lot of herbalness to it. It does have some sweetness to it. It has sort of a Fernet-ness to it, but it's really is something special. And we thought for a long time that this stuff was lost to history. During the French Revolution, there were some Benedictine monks that were making this stuff up in a monastery. And for those of you who don't know what happened in the French Revolution, the people weren't eating well, to say the least. A lot of badness was going on there. A lot of bad stuff. And the people revolted, and the first people they killed were the nobles. The second people they killed were the clergy. So they burned an entire monastery down to the ground, most likely losing the recipe for this. Anyway, in the 50s, a collector found a painting, decided he was going to frame it. And on the back, he found the recipe for Benedictine. And that is. Now, is that a true story? As far as I know, I was not there. I cannot be everywhere. I was most likely unborn at that point. We're going to go ahead and put 2 ounces of this, the number 2. There we go. Now, there are some seeds in here, so I'm going to send this through a... there we go. I'm going to just send this through a hawthorn. Keep those seeds out. And there we have it. We have one delicious Bobby Burns. One delicious, a Yosan Bukan. Right there. Let's give this a big stir. Of course, when we stir, we need to have ice. And when we have to have ice that we are going to be displaying, why not reach in here and grab one of my large cubes, or maybe 2 of my large cubes. There we go. There's 1. Oh, lost some of the drink. And 2, always more ice than you think. So now what we have is oh, this got knocked all over the place. There we go. Now what we have is ice that goes all the way up to here. So that ice is helping to push down on the rest of the ice, thus keeping all that ice in place. There's a whole situation that's going on with the ice. And one day, I swear, I will do an entire class just on ice. I think it will either be the most watched or it'll be the end of the Kush Tender show. It's going to be one of those 2. Let's give this a stir. When we stir a cocktail, we want to grab our spoon like this and push with one, pull with the other, so that we get all of that moving. Can't tell if that sounds awful to the microphone, or if that is a very pleasing sound. But we are going to check it out. There we go. Oh, that's a good point. I did say 2 ounces. This should be a 1.5 ounce, but the apostle knows me. 1.5 always means 2. Listen, we're here to have a couple drinks. We aren't shying away from any of this. Let's go ahead and grab one of our glasses that I've hidden for myself. There we go. Go ahead and grab one of your glasses here. Let's pour this beautiful drink, the Yosa Bukan, into our cocktail. I'm going to go ahead and try and fish out that little pepper so that we can have it as a... See if it'll even be fished at this point. Oh, it'll fish. It'll fish, son. We are going to take this little pepper and we are going to garnish this Yosan Bukan with it. I'm sure that there is some beautiful old Japanese poetry from the 1700s that would go along very well with this. But alas, I speak no Japanese. Hatachewe, that's part of my name is. It's not even the full part. Hitachewe Kush. But that's not what it goes. Jen says it sounds like a wind chime. I'll take that. That's a pretty pleasing sound. The wind coming through. Yeah, there we go. I have a new feature on this show. I will present it to you guys next time, or next round. But I'm pretty excited about it. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But Jen is saying, clap, 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 clap. It's very nice of you. Let's get Kyle Tender in here to grab his drink, and we will I haven't even tasted. Let's see if we made it spicy or not spicy. They got the spice. The people that pick the Yosa Busan. There we go. Can't read it from here. There we go. I'm going to pass this off to Kyle Tender. Thank you, buddy. Good work. Yeah. Kyle will, I'm sure, give us a rating. For those of you who are new to the channel, Kyle rates all of the drinks that I send him out here. He either, if he loves them, or if he likes them, or if he really likes them, he will call them, he gloves them. If he sort of does, he likes them. Or if he thinks they're gross, he hates them. So it all has to do with those gloves that have become a big part of his personality. And I'm a little nervous about that whole thing. Very, very odd. Very, very odd. Heidi Snyder saying, happy birthday to Rick Fiscum. That is correct. It is not only tomorrow Paul's birthday, who is saying great drink. It is also my father-in-law Rick's birthday. So we will be sharing a shot with Rick and for Paul here after this next drink. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, there we go. Kyle has given us his rating. He gloves this one. It does have a touch of the spice. My mom says, happy birthday to Rick. Do not work too hard this weekend. Too late. Rick has already installed a garage door at our house. Rick is a fix-it man. Came over here. Like I said, I believe I've said this a few times in my life. I'm a break-it man. You give me something to break, I will take that thing apart. It won't go back together. Rick is a fix-it man, and that is great to have him. There we go. Yes, and Rick has now started speaking just in haiku, which is great. There we go. Let's put this last one up here one more time so I can get the name right. Yosa Busan. Yosa Busan. Busan? No idea. Found a contemporary of Robert Burns. That's it. That's all I can do for you guys. Let's get into the next cocktail. The next cocktail is going to be very herbally. It is going to be a fairly interesting cocktail. It is going to be a gin forward cocktail from the Prohibition. It is one of, during the big takeover, basically, of the New York. New York decided that they were going to be the ones that created cocktails. It's debatable, at best, that New York created the cocktail. Most likely it's a little further south. But during that time, in order to do a full-on takeover, they started naming all of their cocktails after their different neighborhoods. We have, of course, still existing the Brooklyn. We do have the Bronx. We have the Manhattan. We have one called the Income Tax Cocktail. That's Staten Island. Some people say the Long Island Iced Tea. Not true. Not true. But they started naming all of them. There's some of them that have been lost. But the one that did stick around was the Bronx. This is probably the least made of these cocktails. So we're going to make it today. But we are going to do a drink called the Bronx Garden, where we are going to be infusing some other flavors into our gin in order to give us a sort of more rounded situation. I'm getting breaking news right here that it is also Cameron's birthday. I don't know if that's tomorrow or today. I don't know when that is. Usually my Uncle Todd will send me a big group text saying when everybody's birthday is. I did not get that this time. There we go. We have let's make this cocktail real quick. Not real quick. We're not going anywhere. Is anybody going anywhere? I'm not going anywhere. I have to be here. It's my job. Let's start. It's gone. It's gone forever. Let's do this real quick. We are going to, first of all, start off with two different herbs. One of these does not grow in my garden, but I've been trying to work with this herb for a while. This is called Tarragon. Tarragon. Now, if anybody's ever tried Tarragon, it smells a lot like something to me, and that's something that it smells like is absinthe. It has an awful lot of absinthe going through there. So let's go ahead and cut off a big handful of tarragon. Now we're going to be filtering all this out, so don't worry about a couple stems. This is already a fairly bitter herb, So since this is really my first time messing around with Tarragon, I'm going to suggest maybe do throw in some of the stems. Now, if it comes out and it's gross, we will adjust later. But this entire channel is just about crashing and burning. I think that's what I actually have no idea what this channel is about. No idea why you guys keep coming. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy that I'm just, I would be back here just making up cocktails anyway. It's nice that I'm not doing it by myself. Is it that you guys love it when I fail, though? It's fine, too. I love it. We're going to take 3 sugar snap peas. I do like, we do have sugar snap peas growing in our thing. I'm going to take 4 of these guys. Now, this is going to give us a bit of an earthy, herbally smell, or earthy, herbally taste. And that is that. Let's go ahead and reach for our gin right here. Gin I'll be using today is, bam, Martin Miller. Why not? Why not? Now, this is technically not a London Dry. I know I said get a London Dry on there. I lied. I lied to y'all. We're going to go ahead and put in, let's cut with the pretense. We're going straight for 2 full ounces of that. I think I put that on there anyway. And since this is also somewhat of a Prohibition era, it came a little bit before Prohibition, but it has some of those Prohibition things. We are going to also split our vermouth base again. Let's hit that. Did I call for half an ounce? Yeah, half an ounce of these. Keep reaching for that one, but there's lime juice in it. Lime juice. Shouldn't have done that. Should have done that before the show, or just thrown it away. Half an ounce of dry, half an ounce of sweet. Half an ounce of dry, half an ounce of sweet. Let's, while we have our booze in here, before we add any more of our juice, let's get a good muddle on. We are just going to start to slowly crush the Tarragon. We are going to slowly explode the pea pods. It should be a nice, that's the sound we're looking for right there. And what you really should start to smell is some of that absinthe. No, there is no actual absinthe in here. It is just sort of the smell of the Tarragon. Oh, yeah. Come on, guys. Look at this. That smells good. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. All right, this will be the first fruit that we cut today, and we will do it on the Lisa Watanabe Memorial cutting board right here. We need some orange juice on this one. Best to use fresh if that is a possibility in your life. Always best to use fresh, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're looking for 3/4 of an ounce, so we shouldn't have to squeeze the heck out of 1/2 of an orange. We should just get it, well, oh, good. Spray back there. Block it. Well, this was a waste. Let's do one more. There we go. 3/4 of an ounce, buddy. Oh, yes. It was that half. That half had all the juice. Throw this away. There we go. Put this away. Now we have 3/4 of an ounce of delicious orange juice. This would have been helpful during Prohibition to definitely hide the taste of the awful gin. We're using a great gin. Doesn't matter. I got mine. There we go. Let's take a little bit of Angostura Bitters. We're going to give this a couple dashes. 1, 2. Did I say 4? Oh, did I even say to put that? Yeah, 5 dashes. Let's throw this up here. So what we have here is a pretty basic build of a cocktail called the Bronx, but with the addition of pea pods, which are very easy to grow. Really is the only thing that is thriving in our garden. And some of that Tarragon, which is very easy to buy. It's incredibly easy to buy. They have it at Vaughn's, at least in the Valley they do. Let's give this a shake. And away we go. Oh, that's a good question. Kyle Tender is asking about dash versus drop. We are always looking for a dash. and never looking for a drop. Very few things you need a drop of anything in. It's a situation. If you do want to see that whole thing played out, I do host another show Fridays, 5 p.m. on a YouTube channel called youtube.com/Mix Cocktail Hour with Tammy Harrison, who, no big spoilers or anything, she may be on my show next week. I may be bringing her on as a special guest. We just got to make sure that we can get our schedules correct. But I think next week is the week where we'll be doing Tammy stuff. But if you do want to see Tammy and me fight about drop versus dash, you can watch our show from last night. It is called Rare Spirits or Rare Bases, Rare Liquors. Rare. Put in rare and you'll find it. Let's give this a big shake. There we go. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. We're going to be putting this into a Marie Antoinette. A Marie Antoinette. Uh-oh. Kyle is excited about Tammy coming over. That might be the first week that Kyle will have to miss. Otherwise, it could get weird. Kyle's got a weird thing for Tam Tam. Let's go ahead and strain this in. This is not great. We are going to do this one more time. And what I don't have right in front of me, so if you guys will just give me 1 second to go grab another strainer. I don't have my bag here either. I didn't prepare. Let's find a way to... is it an absinthe spoon? Will that work? Let's just try and get some of this Tarragon out of here. Maybe if we pour it real slow. And there we go. There it is. There's that drink. Perfect. Beautiful. That is what we are looking for. We have this. We, of course, want to decorate this drink. I'm going to put these away. Any guests coming in a minute. Let's go ahead and grab a pea pod on the Lisa Watanabe Memorial cutting board. Slice this open. Reach in. Grab just these little guys. Put it to this one. Yeah, just these little guys. I'm just going to float these guys right here on a little boat. There we go. So this will go right into here. Those should float right on top. And there we have it. Let's bring in the tool cam for the top view. There we go. That is what that drink should look like. This is called the Brooklyn Garden. The Brooklyn Garden, or the Garden in Brooklyn. I couldn't figure out exactly how to order those words. Let me know if you want me to change it to the Garden in Brooklyn. Or if you guys have a better name. If you, honestly, literally, if I'm making up the cocktail, you guys have a better name for it, just tell me. If you guys have more clever names, that is great. I have to come up with 6 to 8 cocktails a week. It just gets to be a lot. You just run out of clever things to say. My dad is asking whether or not all of these things are honorary or memorial. No, they are memorial. We are meant to remember these people every time I open them up. That is how that goes. In memory of Lisa, who is still with us. There we go. Lisa's still with us. That is that. Let's bring in... Kyle will not be taking this drink out of here. Instead, my father-in-law is going to come in here and grab this drink. It is his birthday. So I did want to have him in. He will be the first person ever to show up behind the bar without having worked here. Here he comes. There he is. There he is, big guy. Come on in. Let's all hear it. Now, just so you know, Rick will not be able to hear this because we do not wear... You got that? Rick and I will not be able to hear this because we do not wear any of our headphones, so Rick has no idea. But this is my father-in-law, Rick. He has been here all week helping us out.
Move over.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm taking over.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, what a ham. What a ham. Rick, for your birthday, we bought you a bottle of Eagle Rare whiskey. I figured you and I could have a... you and I could finish it
tonight.
Yeah, before the next shot. If you wouldn't mind, I'll open it. You and I can have a drink.
Absolutely.
And you can't hear it right now, Rick, but there is an awful lot of clapping going on. I downloaded a clapping program. And that is how that goes. Let's go ahead and put this right in here, Rick. And we will cheers to... There we go.
Before we cheers, I want to say I love this guy because he loves my daughter very much.
Nailed it.
He's my guy.
No, I'll take it. Well, I love you back, Rick. Very happy birthday to you, sir. It has been such a wonderful, wonderful honor in my life to be your son-in-law. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, Kai and Ella are very confused. Kai and Ella, who are Rick's. Kai and Ella, who are Rick's, and my niece and nephew, Rick's grandkids, have no idea what
am I doing?
What is he doing?
What am I doing?
There we go. Do not carve upon stone or wood, he was honest or he was good. Instead, write in smoke on a passing breeze 7 words. And the words are these that say all that a volume could. He loved, he laughed, and he understood. Cheers, Rick. Happy birthday. I love you.
I'm confused.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, listen, we're all very confused. Is the crowd still going wild? Let's have them go wild one more time. There it is. There we go. Ooh. Rick, you can take your bottle.
I'll take my bottle. I'll take my drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take your drink, too.
And I'll take my shot.
Yeah, you take the whole thing.
And I'll take over.
You run that chat out there for me, and we'll call that a day. Yeah, there's your bottle.
There's my bottle.
There's your bottle.
That's
yeah.
what I need.
You should bring a backpack next time. All right. Love you, Rick.
Thank you.
You got that? You got that door? All right. Yeah, there's Kyle to help him out. I love that we have confused the heck out of a couple 2-year-olds. That is really good. Yeah, happy as a birthdays, says Jay Carter, party starter. Happy birthday to him. Deidre C, Cozy Mom, happy birthday to her, too. I believe it is her birthday currently. There we go, a little awe. Kai and Ella say, happy birthday, Grandpa. That was very nice. That was very nice that Kai and Ella are sitting up watching a show about drinking. Hi, guys. Hi, Kai. Hi, Ella. Hi, Ella. Hi, Kai. One day you'll understand this all. Well, that was nice. We're trying to have touching moments on here. Hopefully that's the one that goes viral, brings me to a bajillion viewers. My whole plan is to blow up and forget I knew anybody. That's all I've ever wanted. Just to blow up and forget I knew you all. Just kidding. Would love having you guys. Let's do this real quick while we still have this. Oh, they're waving, which is very nice. If you guys can help out the channel, let's just start like this. These classes will always remain free. They will just always remain free. This is what I love doing. This is my, I've been sort of moping around the house a little bit recently. I've been very busy, just a little mopey. The moment Saturday, 7 o'clock kicks in, I am happy. So I will continue to do these classes, whether you guys are there or not. I love having you there, but in order to keep doing these classes and continuing to try and bring you guys new things like Tarragon, using all the gin to find out whether it's sugar snap peas or whether it's a snow pea, all that stuff. It is the channel just needs some fundage. So if you guys can help out, Venmo at Kush Tender is a great way to do it. If you do want to take a shot with me, paypal.me/Kushtender. I will take a shot. There are some people that did take advantage of that last week. My brother-in-law, John, does it an awful lot. Paper was there. Paper's not here tonight. We do miss Paper when he's not here. A few others. So I do want to let you guys know that I do take those shots with you. If not, pop on over to my channel, watch some of my videos. I am starting to cut these up into smaller sections. I do have an idea for a new series of videos that I'll be putting together soon. Hopefully those come together soon. Share and like my ice video, blah, blah, blah. And if not, just keep showing up. Commenting, doing this from there. Let's say hello to my old roommate, Derek Hanley, who is probably sitting in his, I think he's still in Illinois. I don't know where you're at, Derek. Let me know. Probably still sitting there with his kids, weeping singing Cats in the Cradle as I'm doing all that stuff. Let's keep moving. We have one more cocktail to make. And we are going to get a little tiki with this. Now, this next one didn't technically come. Oh, you're living in Madison, Wisconsin? One of my favorite towns of all time. Dang, I have to get out there. Let's make this next one. This next one is going to be a tiki-fied version of a something or other. We are doing a drink called The Earliest Bird. This is from a Robert Frost poem called something about his window. Just so you guys know, I have a window right here. I can touch it. Boop, boop, boop. And right outside that window, I have an apricot tree. I have an honest to goodness, it just grows free apricots. It's great. So now I have free apricots. So I decided to create a cocktail that went along with my apricots. Let's make this one. This is called The Earliest Bird. The Earliest Bird from a Robert Frost poem. Let's begin to make this. We're going to start off with some lime juice. You guys all know I just drank that lime juice moments ago. Wasn't great. Wasn't smart, but I have more lime juice right here. 3/4 of an ounce if we could. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. We're going to be doing 1/2 of an ounce of OJ. We're going to struggle with these oranges one more time. Slice these guys right open. There it is. So we're going to get 1/2 of an ounce of the beautiful orange juice. There we go. 1/2 an ounce if you can. You can spare it 1/2 an ounce. That's the way to do it. 1/2 an ounce of pineapple juice. Yes. 1/2 an ounce of pineapple juice. Kevin McCarthy, not the representative, but actually the greatest 6 Degrees of Seven Bacon player I've ever met in my life, is asking, is Alanis Morissette on the other side of that window? Kevin, I'm not going to lie, I don't get the reference, but I don't always get references that are put into the chat. So Kyle will usually explain them to me afterwards. That is how that goes. But it's so good to see you, buddy. Really, really good cat, that Kevin McCarthy. Let's keep going. We need some... here it is. We need some simple syrup, the simplest of all syrups, equal parts. I went equal parts on this one, 1-to-1. I really, at some point, have to decide whether I'm going to be a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1 person. I haven't figured it out yet. One day, I will make a decision, and that decision will be final. And then I will say, if you are a follower of Kush Tender and his ministry, we are a 2-to-1 version, or we are a 1-to-1 version. Neither one of them are wrong. But you want to be consistent. Next thing we have to put in here is going to be some apricot. Now, I have these little guys. Look how good these look. First of all, look how funny this is. Just looks like a little butt. Look at this one. These little butts. Hilarious. Apricots are hilarious. I have a whole tree of them growing right outside my window. Just little butts. Fuzzy butts. We're going to go ahead and slice this open. We're going to cut out the fruit in the middle, or the stone in the middle. We're going to put this off to the side. I'm going to be cutting 3 of these little guys to get the fruits from all of these. Slicing them right down the butt is what I'm doing. Yeah, following that butt line. I believe they call it the crack of the apricot. I think that's what they call it. And we're going to just go ahead and throw these in here. Now, is this overkill? Yeah, that's overkill. That's a lot of apricot. 1 to 2 apricots should do well, but I wanted the 3 stones. I wanted the 3 stones to float in the cocktail. So that is why I did it like this. So 2 apricots, maybe at most, should you use, but I went with 3, and we're just going to muddle until we get this beautiful apricot mush. It's just a delish mush. Oh, baby. Yeah, we are mushed. We are mush city right in there. All right, we have to, we've got a lot of sweet in here. We have some sour. We need to bitter this bad boy up. And so if I am going to, apricot is a terrible fruit. That is quite an opinion. Agree? The apricot? You guys are ridiculous. This is a grapefruit. Why don't you guys go home and I bet you guys love melons. That's a bad fruit. Blech. Get your cantaloupes. Get cantaloupes. Next thing we have to put in here is going to be some bittering agent. We are going to take some of this guy, Fernet Branca. I bring this out so that I can take a shot of it later. This is the Fernet we're going to be adding. We are going to just add a half of an ounce of Fernet, maybe 3/4 of an ounce. I probably did closer to an ounce. Yeah, that's a great question. Did you get cheated by it? Yeah, what's going on? Okay, cantaloupe is not the king of fruits. What is going on? What is going on out there? You guys are crazy. That's crazy. We have to add some bitters to this. The Fernet isn't going to give us all the bitter flavors we need. We need just a touch more of the sweeter version of Fernet, which is going to be the Angostura Bitters. Let's add some ice to this guy. Apostle, are you with these guys? What about this? What about this hate for the apricot? Who are these bing bongs? Apricots are delicious. I'm not even going to listen to this anymore. I'm out. Put this away. I forgot to fill up my ice. I forgot to bring in a thing. Listen, a lot going on. Yeah, Derek's saying, well, I've never had a good cantaloupe. I've had plenty of cantaloupe there, Heavy D. It's gross. How many dashes to make a splash? That's a great question. I have no idea. Those are all completely, they have no meaning. There's a lot of ennui going on in that question. Let's give this a big shake. I wanted to find a fun glass to serve this in, so I'm going to put it in this guy right here. This is a rum tasting glass, but a glass is a glass is a glass. And with all of this, and I'm not going to hear two words about this. With all these delicious apricots, I'm just going to pour this in. Oh baby, look at this! How can't take this apricot hate. I refuse. As the French say, je refuse, je refuse. Now, this is too much apricot in my version of this. Do 1 to 2. 1 to 2. If you hate apricots, do 1. If you love apricots, do 2. If you needed these 3 little stones, which I have right here, I'll use 3. I'm going to put these 3 stones right up here. They will float right here on the top. There is an old tradition that says that 3 floating beans on the top of your grappa, which we did for the show last night, is lucky. It is basically saying that the idea is 3 is a lucky number. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. There's also the idea that 3 men cannot carry a casket. You have to have more than 3 pallbearers at your funeral. So if you have 3 of these, it'll be eternal life for you. Listen, a lot going on here, but 3 is a lucky number. This is called the earliest bird. I'm going to give this a sip. Yum. Yum. Apricots are delicious. It's crazy. There we go. Cantaloupe would kick the apricot's butt. I say butt because I know I have 2 little 2-year-olds watching me. Yeah, who hates free apricot? Yeah, exactly. There we go. Yeah, Rick likes. Yeah, Mix hates apricots and aquavit. Yeah, come on. I got the apostle on my side. I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm taking that. The apostle's on my side. It must be nice to have the apostle on your side. That's good. That is that. I do want to do one more thing. Paul Bellinardo, who I did. Was there any rum in here? There's no rum in here. Thank God Paul watches my show. Paul, I got so thrown off. You're right. There's no rum in here. I was wondering why it tasted so sweet. Guys, the shows aren't always great. Sometimes the shows are awesome. You have to admit it. Sometimes they're awesome. Sometimes I forget to put rum in my drinks. Let's put this back in here. Apricot in my eye. Apricot in my eye. Let's hit this with a big full 2 ounces of. Oh my gosh, this apricot thing has got me thrown off. 2 full ounces of rum. What is happening? Throw this in here. That is the drink I made earlier. That spits right to the top now. Man. Oh. Apricots are so good. 2 ounces of rum, guys. Make sure it's dark. Yeah. Blinded by the fruit. Damn apricots. 1.5. Yeah. Put 1.5 ounces. Go up to 2. It's a rum glass. There we go. That is that. I do want to continue with what I was saying earlier. There is a guy that shows up to all of my shows and all of my live classes for a very long time. A big supporter of the channel and somebody that has certainly been on my mind a lot. Because it is his birthday tomorrow. I do want to give a big round of applause, and if you guys want to just at home sing happy birthday, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you an applause instead because I can't sing. I'm not going to sing. Yeah. Happy birthday. It's a big round of applause for you, buddy. Thank you so much to you, Paul, and to everybody that comes to my shows when you do. It always brightens my day when there are people in here talking, chatting, even if I have no idea what's going on. I finally was explained to me last week that there was a whole situation with 3.5 men or 2.5 Charlie Sheen vehicle, whatever that was called, that I just didn't understand. There's that. Yeah, there we go. Deidre is doing a little plaque for you there, Paul. Perfect. Jay Carter probably off to start another party somewhere. It's always good to see you, handsome. Always good. Let's. Yeah, there we go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Rick. Happy birthday to Paul. This is a big happy birthday show. I'm just distracted by all of the hate for the apricot, but that's going to happen. Remember, guys, these shows will always remain free, but if you can help out the channel, Venmo is a really good way to do that. If you want to take a shot with me, paypal.me/pushtender, another great way to do it. If you can't, then I totally understand. That is a very, very valid situation. What we're going through, you can always pop on over to Kushtender. Oh, it's right down here. Kushtender.com. Write me a little note. Follow that on to watch some of my videos. Otherwise, you can go over here. I'm going to get these points at one point right there. You can go over this way to Instagram. You guys have been spectacular. Is the applause still going? I think it's a minute. So that is that, guys. I really appreciate you coming out, and I will see you next week. Most likely, I will have Tammy Harrison here with me. So if you guys are all Tammy fans, next week will be a great time to pop on in. Have your friends pop on in, share the show, and that is that. Happy birthday to everybody, and I will see you guys. Bye.